Hey guys. So I guess technically this is part two to the update that I just did. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I was that video was getting pretty long, so I figured I'd do a separate video on it. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I don't know how to vlog very well. But so anyway, um, when I first found out I was pregnant, I felt like a lot of pressure by like the internet and like the world in general to breastfeed, because there are so many benefits to it. Pretty much all the trendy like moms, all the trendy good moms right now are doing it. Um, I don't know. I just felt like I was being told that kind of like the breast is best thing. Like it's not like breast is good or breast or formula. It was like if you're not breastfeeding, there's something seriously wrong with you. Well, my problem with that is that I kind of buckle under pressure. Like if you put too much pressure on me to do something or I'm the only person who can do something, I will like melt down. And so I was super worried to breastfeed because it meant that at least for a while at the beginning, I'm the only food source for that baby. Like, my husband can't feed the baby, my mom can't come by and feed the baby. So if the baby needs to eat, I have got to be the one to do it. And I just, I felt like that was a lot of pressure. Like, I didn't know if I could handle that. And the other issue I have with it is I'm kind of like modest and self-conscious, and I feel like this is sort of an immature sounding like problem, but like I didn't want to be at like my in-laws' house and have to breastfeed, or be out running errands and have to breastfeed. Like I don't have a problem when other people do it. I would be really self-conscious and like uncomfortable, like that whoever was in the room would know that there was a baby sucking on my boob. And I know that's what they're there for, but I still would be super uncomfortable with it. So, over the last few weeks, I feel like, been kind of letting go of some of that. Like, I don't know, I'm coming around. And so, I think at this point, I'm going to at least try breastfeeding. Um, but what I'm thinking is maybe we will have like a thing of formula in the house, and maybe like I'll be pumping because I need to pump when I go back to work, so the baby's gonna have to learn to take a bottle hopefully anyway. But I'm thinking that I'll like be pumping, and so if it's like a case where the baby might have had a few bottles, but I don't have enough like so that it's stored like in the fridge or anything like that. If it's just a moment where like I'm like I can't do this, like I just need a minute to myself, then I think what I'll do to kind of maybe like make myself feel like protected is maybe just keep a thing of formula in the house so that I probably won't ever use it, but the fact that it's there will be like comfort to me. So, I mean, I could change my mind, but I was posting on the bump earlier about my kind of concerns about it, and so many people were super nice about it. They're like, because I was super expecting to get like serious crap from the people on the bump because sometimes you post on there and they just super judge you. But they didn't, and they were super supportive, and they're like, it's your body. It's been your body your whole life. It makes sense that those are your concerns. I was super modest, and it worked. If I was at a family member's house, I would just get up and feed the baby in another room. And they said it worked out fine because people aren't really going to question you. If you want to go feed in the other room, you can feed in the other room. And they said they try and they could time their errands so that they weren't having to breastfeed in public, or if they did, they'd park in like the back of the parking lot and do it. um and I'm not saying that if you want to breastfeed you need to park in the back of the parking lot to do it. You can certainly park up front, but if you were self-conscious, they were saying like, do it back there. There aren't a ton of cars back there, and people at that point are just kind of driving in the parking lot, so they're not really like looking at you or sitting in their car next to you. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just starting to feel a whole lot better about it, and I feel like the more I talk about it, the better and more comfortable I'll feel about it. And so, yeah. So basically that was my other update, but this video in and of itself was another 5 minutes long, and I didn't want to quite put it on the other video. I would love to hear other thoughts about breastfeeding. I feel like most of the people following my YouTube channel were probably here from when I was TTCing, so I might not get a lot of feedback. I mean, I don't want people to tell me, like, I know that there are substantial benefits to breastfeeding. I know that. And that's why I felt bad about why I was scared or hesitant to do it. Because I know there are a ton of benefits. So I don't really need you to tell me that, because I don't want people to be making me feel bad, like, if I would ever consider formula. Because, like, an entire generation was raised on formula and we all turned out fine. You know what I mean? So I don't really want that, but if you have any, like, stories or personal experiences where you can say, yeah, I totally understand, like, where you're coming from, or you don't have to, I guess, understand where I'm coming from, but where you can say, you know, don't worry about being the only person who can feed the baby, because that was one of my concerns. You know, there's so much that your husband can be doing to help with everyday life while you feed the baby, like that kind of stuff. Just go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I will be back at some point with another update. Oh my gosh, my dogs are crazy. I guess I will give you guys special information, because I just realized that I forgot to include this in my other vlog. We did schedule the anatomy scan, which is going to be June 17th, so we'll find out if it is a boy or a girl in less than a month now. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!